shut up, Goblin.
Okay.
I'm live. That's the first thing you get on stream.
Castrated man.
Yep. If I sound snotty, it's because I am. I will say, the best thing about having candy cigarettes is, well, walking home in the rain with a hooded jacket with earbuds in, just gnawing on that shit.
Oh yeah.
Very nice, very good. I might get fired. It's unlikely. It's unlikely. But I'm gonna take you guys through step by step. What went down. The worst part about, I guess, venting in a group chat is that you will do all that and then like two people will like it and then immediately someone will just say some bullshit right after. Like, is this necessary? The thing is, whenever I see somebody else has recently said something or posted something in the art channel or the venting channel, I do not post my own things there out of respect for like a day. I leave it, unless I have a point to make, in which case I will. This is directed at somebody, and I'm not naming names.
Wait,
What, Goblin?
I assume me, considering I'm the last person to talk in venting.
No,
What?
I mean someone just generally.
Oh.
This isn't recent. I just like talking. Anyway, that's unrelated to, well, kind of, Anyway, so I haven't eaten a meal in about 24 hours. Which is bad, obviously, but today's really sucked for my executive dysfunction. It's been bad. I did get dressed, but I did just spend so much time just sitting on my bed with my feet under the covers because they get cold. Because I get cold, chat. But anyway, yeah. So, I have a shift at 6. And it's a reception, and I'm just serving drinks to really fucking. And I've served these people drinks before. These are the fucking poshest wank. They sound like they could buy me. They sound like they have generational wealth. They have exactly the kind of fucking accents you're thinking of. And there's 48 of the shits. So I'm chilling, disassociating, serving these fuckers Prosecco. I'm starving. Eventually it gets to food, and like, I am incredibly hungry because of the whole haven't had a proper meal in 24 hours thing. And I'm hanging out with my coworker who's just finishing up their the cafeteria shift, and I was gonna get food beforehand, but my supervisor, the asshole who yelled at me pretty recently and then got told off for it, he's like, yeah, just wait in here for 10 minutes before your thing starts, and then do some like pre-pouring before the reception. So I have 10 minutes where I could be eating stuff, but I'm not. I'm just sitting there, and I think it's gonna be fine. I have a candy cigarette that I have half a candy cigarette I'm just gnawing on. These things are like solidified, like hardened fondant for context. They're like brittle fondant, or marzipan or whatever. I don't know the difference. But anyway, coworker's clearing up the cafeteria. And I'm like, oh god, I'm really hungry. And she and my lovely elderly coworker, they're both like, you could just have something to eat. And she's clearing up the salads, and she's like, these are gonna be thrown out for the weekend anyway. Just like get together a tiny thing. I'm like hesitant, but she's like, I've been snacking on them. It's like little. Don't worry, it's fine. And so I have a little thing of tuna and cucumber. And whenever there's a lull in the work, and I then have to serve a buffet of these same wankers. And so whenever there's like a lull in the work, I will just have like a bite of the tuna and cucumber. And so who the fuck is fucking their mic? Cheese, did you join? And is that your mic?
Wow, just like fucking.
I've not had a good
okay.
day, Cheese.
Fucking. Yeah,
yeah.
good day or not doesn't mean you can fucking just do that.
Do
Jerk.
what?
Okay.
Have a tone with you? I have this tone about a lot of people. All right? It's not personal.
And I get it, shitty, but like, don't call me he. That makes me sad. As of late.
Anyway, so he sees me take these bites, like it's not a big tuna pot for context. It's like a ramekin. He sees me do this like 2 or 3 times, and first he's like, "Oh, just like, can you like do that later?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it when I don't have like to work much, and when they're just doing speeches outside." And so that's what I do. But then he catches me eating like 2 or 3 times, and eventually he just tells me, "Ava, you can go home." And I'm like, the fuck? I've never seen anyone get sent home, at least without explaining that, like, "Oh, we're good. We don't really need the extra people working. You're good to just go home if you want to." But this is like just a straightforward go home. And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "You can go home. It's fine." And I was like, do you not need me to help out or anything? And he was like, "It's fine." And so I'm like confused. He then leaves. I'm like to my coworkers freaking out. The old guy is like, "I've never seen anyone get fired." He was like, "Just say no, just stay." And I was like, "If I do that, I might get fired." And he was like, "I've never seen anyone get fired from being a casual worker. It's fine." I'm still freaking out. And I wasn't given a reasons to go home. I filled out my sheet so I could get paid, and I was like to my supervisor, do I need to fill this out?" And he was like, he just nodded and was like, "Oh yeah." So I mean, I might get paid, and I get paid for 3 hours of work anyway. I only worked for 2.5. I started at 6, ended at 8:30. But yeah, so, and then I came home. I cry a little bit while I'm there. Tea has not taken away my ability to cry, which is quite nice, because, a nice release helps. I get home and I tell my parents about it, and my dad's like, "I mean, you can go into," and I have a shift tomorrow, by the way. I have a shift 6 p.m. to 12:30 at midnight. 6.5 hours. And so my dad was like, "Oh, you could go in and just like say, if the supervisor's there, hey, I'm not, I, I don't know what's going on. I wasn't given a reason as to why I should go home. I'm not exactly sure what I'm in trouble for here. And I can't learn or know what I can fix unless I'm told. So what can I do about that?" I'm terrified I'm going to get a WhatsApp message like, "Hey, girlie, we're firing you," or something. But, apparently that's not going to happen, according to my elderly coworker, which I will be calling him that because it's funny. And he'd be fine with that, for context. But anyway, and then my mum's like, "Well, you're kind of an unreliable narrator." Well, no, at first she was like, "I wouldn't bring attention to it at all. I just show up." And then she starts telling me off, and I'm like, I already am aware, and I'm clearly a delicate, fragile man right now. And yeah, she starts kind of telling me off. And she's like, "Well, we don't know. You said you didn't have time to eat before you left. That's not true. You could have." And I was like, "Okay." My mother is not a good woman. And my dad started defending me, and she was like, "Okay, but he's an unreliable narrator or whatever. It's not exactly. We're not sure if he's telling the truth or not. This could not be what happened." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go put my jacket away." And I went and put my jacket away, and I cried, and then I worked on the bread. I finished the bread starter that I was meant to be doing for the bread. And now I'm up here, and I still haven't eaten, but I will do that perhaps when everyone is asleep, so I don't feel bad about it, and so I can sit alone.
Why would you feel bad about eating?
Go,
You
I don't
gotta eat,
know.
man.
Fucking ask. I don't know. Ask the little freaks. Ask my bacteria brain or whatever it is. Ask my
Your
cells.
bacteria brain is
I don't know.
foolish.
Why
Your
do I struggle to
cells
get
are
out of bed
foolish.
sometimes? Who knows? But yeah, so also general just things happening. No, I just haven't been able to get out. And also there was a very I will be continuing to talk because I have a separate point that is also related to having a kind of shit day. But actually I think I will get into that later. maybe near the end of stream. Anyway, so that's how my day's been. Hello Ari in chat. Did you get your ciders from the shop? Because that's what you posted on the Instagram. Also, yes, you should agree about winter. Winter sucks in the UK, and if I hear anyone defending UK winters, I will have them banned permanently. I open the field to questions.
Questions
Question:
are
Why are
dangerous.
winters so bitch ass?
Do you mean bitch ass in a cool way or a bad way?
Bad way.
It's
Why you got
wet
bitch
and
ass
I have
winters,
seasonal depression.
No, not you, not you, not you. The nation. Why are your winters bad? Who's causing that? Because it's got to
UK,
be somebody.
it's
I'd
wet.
imagine
Why are
Kirsty
y'all
will,
winters sucky? Why
Climate
is it wet?
change. Bitch. We used to
So
get snow.
Actually,
here's
the
what we
winters-
need to do.
Anyway, Goblin.
Hill.
I mean, for the record, the reason why the winters are bad might be purely just the fact that it's an island country next to a bad wind spot
And global
geographically.
warming.
They might
Global
have been
warming.
shit before global warming, is
They
what I'm
weren't.
saying.
I was alive for them. Hello.
Hey,
They
you're
Yeah,
not
I'm just talking with my
200.
friends about what happened today.
Yeah, I was wondering if you want to get yourself something to eat.
Dude,
Yeah,
we've
I
been
did
sorry.
a little bit.
All right.
Mate, we've been able to see like the effects of global warming like throughout our lifespans. Like, do you not remember like, oh right, you're a Floridian.
Well, no, like there's subtler effects of global warming that happened more than 20 years ago.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Have you not noticed like the very obvious decreases in like winters and snows, how hot it's been like peaking? Like it's very obviously beginning.
Right.
Like
Obviously,
we've
it's
been
getting
able to
more
witness its
noticeable.
effect in our lifetimes.
I
Yes, I
missed.
know, Chief. You're explaining the concept of warmth and noticing shit that happens in your life to me. I don't know, like, how to explain that.
And guys,
Yeah, I don't know how you didn't
I don't
understand
wanna-
warmth. Maybe it's a cold heart.
Guys, can we really not do
Ew.
this today?
Okay, I won't.
It's not a time for it.
Sorry, Rat.
It's
Sorry,
fine.
Goblin.
It's just. On the plus side, I've got a quilt on my bed now. My ideal bedding scenario is one where I don't rumple the sheets at all. They're like a solid mass of fabric that I can I can fold back to get into, and then fold back over myself. I don't know where my weighted blanket's gone. It's just disappeared from last week.
Bro,
But
that sounds comfy as fuck.
it is. It's a quote from my grandma. Speaking of my grandma, I've reorganized my room and I've put her all I don't have that much jewelry. Most of the jewelry I have is from her, but I've put it all in a big case on my dressing. I don't know, what do you call it? Like it's a dressing table. I don't know. I've got like socks and shit in there, and random bullshit on the top shelf thing. Drawer. That's the word. Ugh. But yeah. Anyway, I should be fine. But it's life is miserable and I hate my supervisor. And my favorite supervisor's fucking not retiring, but she's moving because she found a better job. Bitch. She's like 23. She's awesome. And all of the cool supervisors, I feel like I feel like all the shitty supervisors are constantly working, and all the cool ones are like only around for like a day a week. Shit sucks. Well, anyway, Charlotte, how has your day been?
My day's been alright. I had an afternoon tea. I was about to mention something more specific about it, but it occurred to me that that's tantamount to doxing, so I won't do that.
I thought you were gonna. I'm so confused how you dox yourself with afternoon tea.
No, I was going to mention like a specific thing about like where I was having it, but I was like,
Oh,
probably a bad
wow.
idea.
Fool.
You should dox yourself. I think it'd be fun.
You should
I
dox
don't think I
yourself
should do that.
now.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Why
Ooh.
not?
Charlotte, if I asked you very politely, would you dox yourself?
Please don't dox
No.
yourself because I live in Charlotte's house.
This is true. He does live in. He
That would
literally.
touch me
He's
also.
currently sitting under my desk doing this.
Yep.
We
I've got
have really
if
good
you
like muffling of the audio.
have you guys seen Sing? I'm like the koala in the drawer.
What are you doing under Charlotte's desk?
I'm streaming,
What?
dipshit.
Hey.
What do you think I'm doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Ugh. But anyway, such as life. I don't know what we should be doing. We could play Minecraft, but I don't know. I don't know
like
anything.
All of my body hurts from my shift at the factory.
You
Oh,
work
yeah,
at a
you-
factory?
Yeah.
No, I work in a yes, actually, it's a hub. It's a transportation hub. I
Uh-huh.
lift heavy packages all day. Who the fuck keeps ordering tungsten cubes and shipping them in tiny packages? When I find you, I will cut you. It's
You
like I
have to
go
deal
to the
with the
conveyor,
tungsten
I have a
cube.
whole line of fucking packages up to the thing. I'm worried about it blocking out and the entire facility shutting down because if you do not do your packages fast enough, it will block up and the entire facility will shut down. That is such a terrifying thought to keep in the back of my head as I'm getting slammed by packages. And I go to reach this tiny one. I'm like, okay, nice. A little tiny one, filler. I'll just pick it up. I'll toss it over into my backfill. And then fucking neutron star inside this tiny ass package. I don't know who keeps sending them, but when I find them, I swear to God, they're getting stabbed.
It's all just goblin.
Yeah, it's just me. I've been
I
ordering
knew.
like I've been ordering 50 million tungsten cubes to your work.
Guys, who excited
I
for
knew
Five
it.
Nights at Freddy's 2?
Oh, yeah.
I will be once I watch the first one.
I can't believe you've not watched the first one.
You have not seen the first one?
I've not seen the first one. I know.
Was it you guys who I watched it with?
Yeah.
Rat
I
It was me.
and
no,
Ivy?
no, I've
That's
already
who I
watched
was
it.
thinking of.
I have.
Okay, it was.
I have
think-
not rewatched it.
I think Cheese and I watched it solo in VC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, such as life. Work sucks, and we're all gonna die one day. And my mother
me.
also
I mean, I
sucks,
get
but I
paid
think
lots,
she
so I'm
came
fine.
into like kind of. She didn't apologize, but she came into my room not yelling at me or telling me off, which is basically like an apology from her.
God, that's. Are you okay?
I've cried twice today, Goblin.
No,
think
fair enough.
over that question and I don't know, just consider
Reflect.
it.
You
Reflect.
sure you got the energy for stream, mate? You don't want to like.
I said I was, and I mean, this actually sort of leads pretty well into the topic I was talking about earlier. But streaming is kind of on. It's dumb to say, but I have been getting less viewers than I used to. And there's a few different like reasons for that. But Purpled recently, like yesterday or today, put out a really interesting video, basically going over, like how like why shit's fucked right now. And no, it was interesting. He basically went over because he was in the Dream SMP and he did a lot of Bed Wars content, and that was sort of what he was known for. And he was getting like 15,000 viewers on average, just on like his regular old streams, and he was putting not a lot of effort into videos, but they were just like he's getting millions of followers basically everywhere. And he wasn't the biggest streamer that came from that, obviously, but he is someone whose career was pretty like kind of built on that. And now he is he still makes content, and he makes content that he likes, but he's getting significantly lower views and stuff from that. And I don't know, it was weirdly relatable as someone who's not at all a big creator. Basically, like I stream pretty much to my friends and a couple of regulars. But it is weird because also recently I have noticed my viewership is like going down. and I've sort of been like, and I'm getting different stuff out of streaming than what I used to get out of it, and it's sort of weird. And also, I told myself that when I got into my gap year, I'd be able to spend a lot more time doing stuff for stream and like making, you know, fresher PNG tubers, making scene transitions, making, you know, different screens, even maybe getting into thumbnails and video editing and things like that. And I've never been someone who's particularly taken by video editing. I don't know. It's like 3D modeling to me. It's like it could be fun, but it's not. It looks difficult to get into, and I'm not somebody who likes things that are difficult to get into. I like things that are easy to get into that I can just do over and over until I'm good at it. And like, it is weird because when I was at school, I had a very rigid schedule, and that really helped my like executive dysfunction. And I was able to, it gave me a reason to get out of bed. And once I got home, I would I wouldn't get into bed. I would like go on my computer because I wasn't really tired yet. Whereas now I don't spend any energy during the day, and I really struggle to get out of bed and sit at my computer, even if it's just to like play video games. And like I will tell myself that I want to just hop on for like a singular game of Marvel Rivals, or like message to see if anyone's free to play like a multiplayer game, but I just like can't. I just stay there, and I stay there for hours, and I don't get up to eat either. It's why I didn't get up today, and today was especially bad. Usually I can get up just to eat or do something, but I couldn't. And it's weird because I've never viewed myself as someone who really struggles with mental health at all, but in winter especially, I just get days that are specifically quite bad. And it also feels weird complaining about them because I have so many friends who have significantly worse mental health than I do. And I feel a little ridiculous talking about it because in the end, I don't struggle with depression. I don't struggle with anxiety. It is purely just the fact that I cannot get up to do something. And that is pretty much it. And
It's
so
a lot like depression, man.
no, it's the thing is I don't know. It might be seasonal depression, but there's no other
Oh,
there's
it's
not really
normal.
emotions I can connect to it. I'm not sad really. I just can't. There's a block there, and I will sit there thinking I should get up. I want to do something. And even if it's something fun, even if it's like drawing or something, I will just keep myself locked in the sort of like cycle of being on just like social media and I've been trying to train myself a bit mentally because I used to read a lot as a kid. Um, and so I've been trying to get it back into that. And I got a book from the library, not the library, the bookshop called The Haunting of Henry Twist, and it looks really interesting. And I'm up to like page 50. And I've also been trying to go on screens less while I'm going to bed and stuff because it's been really hard to sleep recently, which has been weird because I usually struggle to sleep, but I'm usually not awake till like 4 a.m. just lying there with like a fucking, you know, video playing or music playing. And so I've been trying to sort of read before I go to sleep, and I couldn't really do that last night because I was messaging someone, and I couldn't do that the night before because I was also messaging for a long ass time. But so you know, and it's not, you know, it's not someone I could ignore, obviously. But it's been weird. And I don't. And going, sorry, I got pretty distracted. But going back to like the content thing, well, I guess going back to the executive dysfunction thing, I thought I'd be able to do more in my gap year, but I spend my entire day just sort of like doing nothing, unless I have to, unless I have ice skating or a violin lesson, or you know something that I have to do, like kneading bread. I don't move, and so I've not sort of, and I only really do things if I feel like I want to do them or I'm really motivated to do them. and I get that kick of motivation that kicks me out of the executive dysfunction like cycle, and I actually do it. And so, because nothing streaming related has really been appealing to me recently, I've simply just not made any progress with anything art related or anything even like advertising related. Even sort of posting on Twitter and sort of interacting with other streamers is sort of like kind of it's a task that I don't actively want to do, so I do not do it. And it does kind of suck because I enjoy streaming. I enjoy talking to people. And I enjoy chatting. I think partially what the problem is, and I was originally gonna stream alone, and then Charlotte asked, and I thought it might be interesting to have her here for a little bit, and then I've realized that the thing is I don't want these streams to just be group streams because and I like hanging out with my friends, but these can't be the only places that I do that because I used to stream a lot of Warframe, just chatting. And sure, some streams were kind of boring and it was just me talking, but I at least feel like I got more of my personality there. And I enjoy group streams, and I will sort of continue, especially with final streams and things like that. And I enjoy them, but they are less of what sort of got me here. And obviously I don't think that is going to make my viewership go up at all. Even if I go back to doing solo streams and stuff. But I do at least think I will feel better about the fact that I'm still putting myself out there, because I started streaming as a way to talk because my friends get tired of me yapping all the time, generally.
Yeah.
And the thing is with group streams is that the other people generally expect to say something. You may have noticed that Charlotte, Goblin, and Cheese have not said a word within the last like
I'm
15
sitting my
minutes.
white ass down and listening.
Thank you. It's like when a white boy speaks, sometimes no, this doesn't work for me. I'm trans. That's my woke point. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I acknowledge that you guys are here, but I've got a lot to say. And this was originally gonna be a solo stream. But then, like I said, Charlotte messaged and was like, hey. And so I was gonna just call with Charlotte before stream and then do a solo stream after that. But then Goblin and Charlotte were both in VC when I joined, and then she's joined. Not that I don't want you guys here, but this was gonna be a solo stream, and I'm still treating it as a solo stream, kind of, for context.
Yeah, if I may, man, this is not the first time you've brought up this whole like group stream thing. You can just ask us during a solo, like for a stream that you want to be solo, be like, no, I want to like be the main streamer on this. I want to do the solo. Like you could just ask us. It's not like we're going to like freak out, get offended, and then murder you. Maybe.
No.
That's not the point, I think.
Yeah. It's mostly about...
I've never had you actually ask us to dip.
Pardon?
I cannot think of a time where you've asked, like when you talk about, oh, I wanted this to be a solo stream, you'd never just ask people to leave.
If I wanted this to be a solo stream, if I want my streams to be solo streams, I generally join the secret channel, which just has one person in it that I'm allowed in.
There is like a secret VC for solo streams specifically.
There's also a duos channel if I ever wanted to just play a game with one person. But my point is that until now, I've been ignoring content generally. So I've sort of been... Group streams are so much easier for me to do and start because it is just me talking to someone and hanging out. But I've sort of realized, it's not recently, but I've sort of had it in the back of my mind for a while, that I do feel like I'm losing. And this is, it feels ridiculous to say because, again, I just stream to like 2 people at a time. But it is still sort of content that I'm making. And it's like with art. Nobody sees most of what I draw, but I still don't like when I draw something shitty, you know? It still feels like I'm failing as an artist. and streaming is something that I am producing, and I sort of just miss what I used to do. Um, and the thing is also, I'm streaming less than I used to because my schedule is so much less consistent. And also, all of my friends, and as much as I like them, all of them always just want to hang out in the evenings. And so, and my afternoons aren't the most free because I have lessons and stuff, and because life is sort of less consistent. As it's not as consistent as it used to be while I was still in school, and my job takes up my evenings, and so and I generally try and schedule my shifts around stream. I try not to take shifts on Wednesdays, Fridays, or Sundays because usually I like to leave those free. Sometimes I don't have a choice, like there's only one shift coming up and it's on a Friday. But, I generally try and avoid that. But then my friends will ask me what days I'm free, and technically I'm free on stream days. But obviously because I don't see my friends as often, they sort of come before stream. And so usually it's a Wednesday or Friday stream that gets cancelled, not a Sunday stream. And so I will do the final stream, which is obviously multiple people, and then I'll have a Wednesday or a Friday stream, and those will often be group streams as well. And so it just feels like that's all I'm doing now. And it was much less of a problem back when I was in school for all the reasons I've just mentioned. But I've sort of recently realized that I sort of miss having, the stream that I just, do on my own. And yeah, anyway, I do recommend you watch it's on Purpled Plus, and it's called The Consequences of the Dream SMP, I think. It's called something along those lines. I very much recommend you watch it. It's just like a clip from his stream where he talks about this. But I just sort of it reminds me of I don't know. I'm trying to talk and it's not working. But I guess, the thing is, I'm saying nothing. Shut up, Avery. When people aren't talking in chat, that's generally fine because I can generally talk about nothing and no one and to no one. But in group streams, I don't have that, and I am just talking with a person while also I don't feel accomplished as a streamer because in sort of lockdown, people would talk about how, hey, it's really difficult to stream to no one, but here's a bunch of tips. And I didn't need that because I could just talk to no one and I would be fine. And so I guess I feel like I'm losing that aspect of myself, and I'm not as proud of being a streamer as I once was. It is not hard to stream while you have someone else to talk to in VC. And so I would be proud of the fact that I didn't need someone in VC to talk to. And that's just sort of made me realize that I miss. And the thing is, I also like that stream is the one thing I could keep consistently scheduled. Like, I would have Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 8 p.m., and that would sort of be it. And now that I have a job, I'm sort of all right with my work taking that up. Like, the days up. But I also have to hang out with people, and there's online friends as well. But it really, especially because it's winter, you just can't. I'm not seeing anyone in person aside from like Charlotte and Jakob sometimes, and even then, if they're busy, I just don't see anyone. And then my friends will come down from uni, or I'll have those rare hangouts, and I will be expected to go to those, and that's fine. But it feels like it's always scheduled at a time that forces me to like compromise something, and I just sort of I don't know if there's like a fix for that really, because I still need to see my friends. I still need to work. If I fucking keep my job, obviously. And I obviously do. I stream. So and I want to keep doing that. Even if I am sort of streaming to no one, which I am fine about doing. But I guess the thing is that I've been doing this for years now. I've been doing this since COVID, sort of since 2021. So coming up on 4 years, I'm pretty sure. And I haven't, my content has not really changed. I've changed, obviously, a lot as a person. And the thing is, I haven't, and I feel dumb sort of talking about this because obviously I've not peaked. And this is just my gap year, and this is before I go to university. and maybe university will be better for me. But I mean, I don't. And that's another thing I worry about. I worry about university because of my executive dysfunction, and because I worry that I won't be able to keep up with the workload. And I worry about the sort of the degree that I'm following, because I'm hoping I want to do game art. And there's always the thing about if I don't get into university and I spend a year trying to build up a portfolio or whatever, so I'm more like I can get into university the year after. But I mean, I guess I feel like I'm both behind and much farther ahead than most of my peers. So, because it feels like and the thing is, I don't want to, this is going to sound really mean, I don't want to be compared to people who can't do anything, Like, I have friends who sort of, and this is going to sound targeted, it's not. I have a lot of friends who do this, but I have a lot of friends who just don't go to lectures and stuff like that. And I guess the one thing I pride myself on is being able to show up to things. I may not be able to tell myself to do work, and I may not be able to tell myself, to, pick up your Apple Pencil and just fucking draw something. But I can show up to things. I can show up to my stream schedule. I can show up to school. I can show up to work. Even if I don't do, amazingly at school or amazingly at, the stream that day. I'm still there. I'm still present. And so I think I will be able to do that at uni, and I'm so proud of that. But I also worry about the workload outside of uni, about like assignments and stuff. And I have recently learned actually that having somebody just next to me helps with me getting shit done. The only reason I was able to get my personal statement done for university at all is because Charlotte dragged me to a library and sat my white ass down, and
It's the best.
yeah, and obviously I you get distracted talking, but it's still having somebody there, I've learned, has really helped with making progress and getting shit done. And also praise. I don't know. I told my parents once that I didn't get one of the reasons that I didn't like doing work is because I never got a reward afterwards. With homework, you don't get any reward for doing homework. You get marked. And if it's shit, you get a bad mark. And that feels bad. Even if you... Because just doing stuff is hard for me. What do you mean I did it and you're now calling it bad? Fair if it is bad. But there was no recognition for the fact that I'd beat this massive hurdle for me. To anybody else, it would be easy. But, it's difficult for me, okay? And I told my parents that I would like maybe just like recognition or like praise if I did something. And I think they fucking just forgot about that. But Charlotte was like, this is way more work than I thought you'd do. And I was looking at the I don't know, a couple of paragraphs I'd written, and I was like, that doesn't seem like a lot. But hey, maybe that is a lot. Maybe, yeah, you're right. Okay. Maybe it's just because she had low expectations for me to begin with. But it helped.
Did genuinely very well, and I'm standing by that. Like, it is the personal statement is a small thing anyway, and then you, in a significantly short period of time, actually lock the fuck in, and because you told me so much that like you find it really hard to work. And I guess my expectations were low, but then you did like genuinely a lot, and I was really impressed.
Yippee! They have it, folks. But yeah, no, it's just you don't. No one ever praises you for that, and so it was very nice when I got it. But like but I can't have somebody with me at all times of the day as like mild pressure to like do something. Because I just live with my parents, and my parents my mother actively makes me not want to move around the house for fear of her wrath. And by her wrath, I mean telling me off for something. So that is another reason why I don't like to, I don't eat as regularly as I should. If my mum's in the kitchen, even if my dad's in the kitchen, just because I don't like eating lunch with people particularly. Like, family dinners, I support and I like and I enjoy, because those are like yap and decompress time. You can just sort of like talk about how your day was. I love talking about how my day's been. I love coming in after a shift and sitting my white ass down and forcing them to listen to me. I make them mute the snooker that they're watching, and they get to listen to how my shift went. And it's great. Because usually something happens on the shift. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's
Sorry,
bad.
they watch snooker.
My parents play.
While they
We have a
eat?
snooker fucking table in the house. They play snooker. They're both. They're middle. They're old. They're not even middle aged anymore. I can't say that. They're both in their 60s. They're both like. They both teach online mostly. They're both professors that just kind of. You know, my mum especially does kind of fuck all. All they do is just their hobbies. My dad works on shit in the garage, and my mum sews and I don't know, watches podcasts or whatever. I don't know what my mum gets up to. Yeah, no, my parents don't do
Okay.
fuck all.
Dude, I
Which-
had an idea.
Uh
I had an amazing idea because I realized this because you just said it and something clicked in my brain. It's like a brain blast from Jimmy Neutron.
yeah.
Hear me out here. The amount of terrible parents who listen to podcasts. Hear me out here. We create or find or do or like something a podcast that like sort of looks and feels like a conservative podcast, but it like slowly feeds not bullshit information. Does that make sense?
Delilah, I fear this is. I fear another time this would be lovely to talk about. But I fear it is not particularly relevant
Understandable.
right now.
Understandable. You can switch to anything else.
Thank you. I do feel bad. I am sorry. I just.
No, you're good. It's your stream, man.
I should, yeah. I probably should have done this as a solo stream anyway. But you know, people were in content time, and I joined, and I didn't think it would turn into a whole thing. But yeah, I probably won't play a game today. This is mostly just me trying to get stuff off my chest about how I've been feeling about stream, how I've been feeling in general. Hello again, Ari. Did you just rejoin, or have you been here this entire time? Just to check. Oh, I'll yap while I wait for an answer because stream delay and everything. But anyway, yeah. I also really need to get my portfolio done, but I just rejoined. What did I miss? Fucking a lot. I don't know. When do you leave? Ugh. Anyway, I do need to get my portfolio done, but I'm hoping just like on Monday I'm just going to the library again, and I'm dragging Charlotte with me. And so hopefully that will get me to do some progress on the portfolio. But yeah, parents dragged me off to parade me in front of their dinner party guests, and they didn't invite me. That's fucked. When do you need your portfolio done? I'm pretty sure January or February. I think January 14th is a deadline. I think it's the deadline for personal statements, but I'm gonna try and meet it anyway, or at least have a portfolio made by then. That sounds very early. Yeah, the presentations happen in like March or April or something. I can't remember. Or June. I don't know. They have to check over portfolios. Handled. Yeah, they are. But I'm saying generally. Yeah, present. Well, for some universities, you have the opportunity to present them in person rather than just sending them online, which I would like to do because I think personality is a big thing, and I think that my personality is a good one, and I think it will help my chances. Frankly, I think it. You know.
You have a
I'm-
very attractive personality, dude. Yeah, you
I
got
thought you were
this.
gonna end it attractive, and I was like, I don't know if that's something they consider when they ask.
I'm
when
sure
they-
it is.
it actually more likely
It
than not.
absolutely is.
It absolutely. I don't think it's something they consider, but I think it adds to bias certainly. And somebody's absolutely done a study or 4 on it, but Well, anyway, I was mostly, I don't know when you left, Ari, but I was mostly just talking about, honestly, if you're that curious, just watch the VOD, because this is one of the few VODs I will be uploading. That's another thing. I struggle to upload VODs, because the thing is, it's easier for me just to not upload a VOD than to edit it. And if I ever say something during a stream, and the thing is, none of my streams have felt good enough that I have wanted to edit them and remove the bit where I dox myself and then upload it to YouTube. I haven't uploaded a YouTube VOD and I'm just gonna check. It's one of the lowest priority tasks for me. Yeah, it's been 2 months. I haven't uploaded since the fucking peak Bugle update. And the thing is, they don't get views, and I don't care about that. I upload them because I like having an archive of, what's been going on for me. It also kind of sucks because I think they'd be fun to use to track my voice changing and stuff, but it's just not something that I find easy because I have to remember whether or not the VOD has had something in it that I would need to edit out, and then I have to only upload directly the ones that don't have anything bad in them, and sometimes if it's not a very interesting stream, I just can't be bothered to sit up, go to my computer, turn it on, open a tab, and just upload it. It's just too much like effort to do. And so I used to do it mostly in batches, which is why I've actually I did this ages ago, but I have the date that the stream was done, like the day of the stream, like the date I did it on. I have that in the description of the VOD because I will upload it at least like a few days afterwards. And so the upload date is never accurate to when the stream actually was. But yeah, no, VODs are just something I just barely keep on top of. I rarely / barely, and it's just I want to do more with my content, but I feel like I didn't hit a peak, but I hit a point that I was happy with it, and I thought that I could improve more with it, and then it just sort of started going downhill, and I don't know if my mental health's gotten worse. I think it is just that it's winter, and I really can't stand winter, because the thing about winter as well is it's not just me that's having a bad time. Everyone's having a terrible time, and I'm someone who's generally the sort of sane one of the group and who's generally quite mentally healthy. And so not only do I feel bad going to other people with my issues, I feel bad just having those issues because I can't respond to when my friends are having a bad time, or I can't respond to like people in group chats and stuff. And I just can't talk to people. And so I sort of, and some things are easier to do than others. And I don't know. I don't. Winter just sucks because everyone's having a terrible time. And I'm still sort of supposed to be normal. Oh, sorry. My old coworker posted something on the group chat, and I thought it was important. It was
I
not.
low-key feel terrible, like really enjoying winters because almost all of my friends fucking abhor them or get like super depressed and stuff like that, and here I am like, oh my god, it's snowing. Like
Why did my boss just? And this is not my. Sorry, this is unrelated. This is not the evil boss. This is like the boss that hired me, and she's been there the longest. Why did she just post a video of her on bumper cars at like? I think this is at like the winter festival thing that's happening in town. But like, she just posted that to the group chat for like work. I fuck with
shoddy
it.
bumping.
I'm gonna emote react with the I'm gonna react with all the funny one. I don't know, the laughing one. Everyone else is doing it. Oh, but anyway, I reached a point that where I was happy with my content, and then it sort of went downhill, and then I had so many things to worry about that I just didn't really have time to care. And now I just feel bad because I have so much extra time, and I do genuinely spend hours a day just doing nothing, just barely doing anything. And the thing is, I don't know. I don't really talk about it because I generally don't feel that bad about it. But well, I do. I don't know. It's hard to like put into words, really. Sorry,
Hey,
you said
Rat?
something, Cheese?
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt your thing. What hours, perchance? For no reason in particular.
What do you mean hours?
Just what hours? Like, 9 to 5, whatever. Like,
I
whenever.
work in the evenings usually.
Well, no, not your work. The staying in bed all day.
Well, I don't. What I think is I don't like actually staying in bed. So I will go to bed. I will go to sleep at like 2:30 in the morning, which I don't like. I want to get to bed earlier. I will wake up at like 10 at the earliest. I will chill in bed for like 30 minutes. Generally, sometimes I get out of bed at like 11, 12-ish. And that's another reason I kind of feel bad, is that I do not have it as bad as a lot of people do. I do not really rot in bed because I do not like feeling. I don't like it. It makes me feel bad, and so that does motivate me to get out of bed. And so, for example, this morning I got out of bed at like 12, 12 or 12:30, and I got changed. And then I sat on my bed with my feet under the covers because I have really bad circulation and my feet get cold. And I stayed there from 12 till about, honestly, like 5. And then I did some wrapping for my nephew because I got my nephew a Christmas present. And I've got a few of those wrapped now. And then I got ready for work and I set off because my shift started at 6. And so yeah, I have done nothing except be in bed today, basically, from the hours of like 11 p.m. last night to like, thing is, I get out of bed to brush my teeth. That is something I struggle with a little bit, so I won't get out of bed for like an hour, but I will brush my teeth because I feel too gross. And so, I got out of bed to brush my teeth, got out of bed to go to the bathroom. And I got out of bed to like ferret downstairs, see if we had any snacks. But I just I thought about eating lunch about midday, but I just didn't want to, and so I didn't. And it's weird talking about it because, yeah, like I said, so many people struggle more with it. So a lot of people, especially my friends, a lot of my, and I say friends, I mean, people who are in a group chat with me who I call friends because I don't have another word for them, but we don't see each other very often, and no one seems, and I'm not an integral part of the group. But anyway, a lot of them
Integral part of this group.
have they're like diagnosed with depression and they take SSRIs, and a lot of them have anxiety and stuff like that. And so it's I don't like talking about my mental health particularly because I don't view it as that bad, except for my executive dysfunction. The executive dysfunction is the only thing that I really struggle with, like, to a severe degree. And it's dumb because explaining it to people who don't struggle with it at all sounds silly because I'm like, yeah, I just don't do stuff. And to a lot of people, it just sounds like you're lazy. And I sometimes feel very lazy. But the thing is that I can't not be. I'm just stuck there. And I can't. I'm thinking to myself, you got to move. You got to do something about this. And then I don't. And it's a problem that I have. And yeah, and like I feel bad because I'm also a very judgmental person. Yeah, I'll see someone complain about they'll be like, oh, I've ordered like 5 meal, like I've ordered dinner to my house with like Uber Eats every evening this week, and I'll be like, damn, fucking imagine not. Just thing is, because I like cooking and I'm fine with making myself food. I just sometimes, but I don't like ordering food because I feel like that's a waste of money. And I'm somewhat conservative with money. I don't like spending money if I do not have to. And also fast food is sort of something that I don't crave it the way I think a lot of people do. So some people will be like, oh, I'm really craving like this right now, and so I'm gonna get it. If I'm craving something, I won't have it because I don't want to spend the money and I do not view it as worth it. And I will just, because usually we have something in the house that I can sort of substitute. Or if I really want like a pizza, I'll cycle down to like a Sainsbury's and I'll pick something up and I'll just put it in the oven and it'll be fun. And I feel, I'm a very judgmental person. I get so distracted when I make my points. That's probably a symptom of something. And yeah, my sister has diagnosed ADHD. I need to ask my mum when that fucking assessment's coming up because frankly it would be quite helpful. At least I'll have something to call it instead of just like, oh, I have severe executive dysfunction. I sound like a nerd when I say that. That's not diagnosed. That's just something I've noticed. But if you have a diagnosis, you can show people and be like, hey, I'm not just lazy, I swear. Fucking, I've got a little piece of paper that says it. So, suck it, grandma. Oh, my grandma's dead. I just thought I'd bring that up. I
Yes,
have,
that's a good point.
you know, I just thought I'd remind everybody. Ooh. But yeah, no, good point.
And
Good.
then you're part of the club now.
Yep,
So
no
that's That's a
grandparents.
pro. Well, no, yeah, that club.
They're all gone.
Wait, do you not have any other grandparents now?
Yep, my parents are like fucking in their 60s. They're, those
No wonder
grandparents are
your
not still
mom's such a
kicking.
bitch.
My
She's so
granddad
old.
died before I was born, dude. Yeah. They all died around COVID. Like they all died within the same like 6-year period, except my granddad. He died again before I was born. So you know, I don't think any of them got COVID though. So big ups them. Ugh. But anyway, so this has been. I hope you guys. I'm not ending stream, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's I don't know. I don't feel. The thing is also I bounce back really quickly. I'm generally not sad for long. I don't have like a depression that keeps me down for like ages. My motto is that tomorrow will be better. If I have a bad day, I will just it is a 90% chance tomorrow will improve somewhat and I will feel better. I will be less miserable. And usually that happens and that's fine, and so that's how I take life. I don't stay sad. In fact, currently I'm not even that upset. Like I was fucking miserable earlier, but I've sort of come into my stride, and now that I've yapped a bit, I'm sort of like fine, I guess. But it is again, it's weird to talk about
feels
because
fine now.
well, yeah, but yay, cured. But the thing is, the problems still exist, and I just sort of ignore them until they come back. And so I just want to just talk about it on stream because I wanted to get it off my chest, and also I wanted to sort of explain how I've been feeling and explain, just stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna be trying to improve my content a bit, and I'll be doing more solo streams, and I'll be getting back into solo games as well. I don't really like playing story games, but I like Warframe. I want to get back into that because that was a great game that I enjoyed just playing and just mindlessly doing stuff in it, and it was great. But the thing is, a lot of the games that I have that could be that nowadays are games that I play with friends, like, for example, Minecraft. And I would feel bad playing the game because the thing is, I don't get a lot of opportunities to talk to my friends because I need friends who will message me to ask if we can hang out. I need friends who will ask me for things because I will just never remember. I am so bad at remembering to text first. I will text if I have something to say, and I will send people posts. They just sort of cease to exist in my mind for a while. I will be bored, and I'll think about what I could do to have fun. I will not really think to message. And the most I do is sending a message on the Marvel Rivals group chat being like, Marvel Rivals, anyone? And then no one will respond to that. And so, I suffer.
I can't play Marvel Rivals.
And for that, you should be shot.
Understandable.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I really... I feel like I need to go around with like a label or something, or like a tattoo, just like, hey, just ask me things. And I just wish people would ask me if they want to talk to me. I love talking, and I will never be, annoyed to be messaged. Stick! Oh, you're here. You're up in my... See, this is why you're the goat. I'm... Shout out Stick. I like Stick a lot. Stick's my best too. You guys are all side characters in Stick's universe.
I guess I'm gonna have to kill Stick.
No, my inanimate object friend. yeah, sorry. Hi, Stick. Today, I don't know how long you've been here for, but it has just been me yapping about how miserable and awful everything is. But the thing is, I'm just kind of fine now, and I've been here a while. Okay, cool. And the thing is, I'll be fine until the next time something. The thing is, and I've been playing Minecraft. Hell yeah. Wait, just like regular old vanilla survival, just for fun, just on in your own little world. Oh, but the thing is, yeah, I will just, you just keep going and you just keep living, and it works out fine. But then it's not generally one thing that makes me feel bad. It's a bunch of little things piling up over the course of like a while. And like, obviously it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like the thing in a bucket theory, It's not an uncommon thing. But it just really it just sucks. Survival but multiplayer server with unicorn. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, you told me about that. I remember now. Oh, but sorry, we're having a I'm I'm trying not to lose my train of thought because my train of thought is not a train, it is a spider. It is a spider and it's fucking everywhere. It's crawling on the walls. No straight lines there. but yeah, anyway, so life is hard and like a Spider-Man. I love a Spider-Man. I do think. Sorry, this is a complete pivot. I'm just thinking about Spider-Man now. I do think I'm not too difficult to get things for. I will be just happy with like a Spider-Man keychain. If anyone's ever in doubt as to what to get me for a gift, just Spider-Man keychain. I like things that advertise that I am into cool boy interests. Currently. I like cool boys. Like, I have a list of every cool boy that I like. There aren't any women on it because I'm not a feminist, unfortunately.
Yeah, any such cases.
Are there any women? There's not. It's literally called Little Guys I Like. And I've got Spider-Man and then in brackets most of them. Because there's Spider-Verse. And then it's Spider-Man, Scott Lang, Peter Quill, Hawkeye, Iron Man, Kafka Hibino from Kaiju number 8, Lance from Voltron, Eddie Brock, Jake Peralta, Vigilante, Bloodsport, Cassian Andor, and Robert Robertson is the list currently. And that's a little glance into my life for everybody.
I'm hoping to add perhaps Anakin Skywalker or maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi to that list at some point.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I think you would like Luke Skywalker. I think he's cool. I think you would enjoy him.
Robert Robertson mentioned. Hell yeah.
Also, actually, there's lots of cool little guys in Star Wars.
Yes. I've read fanfic of the I've seen that. Anyway, I've read fanfic for Star Wars for like Star Wars movies that I have not seen.
Yes,
anyway,
and you sent it to me and I read it, and I was like,
and
damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because it was funny. Because it was wires.
It was wise.
Anyway,
And it's accurate.
I'm so glad you've been loving Dispatch, Stick. And you are so fucking welcome. The great thing about Stick is that unlike Charlotte, the bitch, I will recommend a game to Stick and they will get to playing it within about at least like a few weeks of me recommending it,
I'm busy.
I don't care. Ash is at uni right now. You've got no excuse.
I have
What do
many
you-
excuses.
Sure you do. But no, what episode are you up into what are you at? Where are you? What's going on? Oh, I can't say that anymore because it reminds me of an incident that I'm still upset about. Oh, just a tiniest smidge of context. My friends have a saying. I'm in the middle of episode 2. Hell yeah. Let me know what choices you make because I'm curious. Message me about them. Message me on my main account, and if I don't respond, message me on my side account. What's Going On? Hit Song by Madeline May. Fuck yeah, it is. I fucking love What's Going On by Hit Song by Madeline May. I like Madeline May.
Hey,
Madeline May was on my top. It was on my like YouTube my YouTube rewind, my personal one, I think. Hold on, I gotta my top. I will be posting my YouTube rewind because it is more interesting than my Spotify rewind. Um, and it makes sense. It makes sense for what's wrong with me. It's
My
I'll
Spotify rewind called me unk.
nah, old ass. Charlotte, can you guess who my most watched was? If you can't, I'll be disappointed.
Is this sorry, is this YouTube? I was
My most
Hmm.
watched YouTuber.
Now, is it worst pre-made ever?
Yeah, ding 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 ding. Yeah, I was in the top
Oh, I can
0.7% of viewers. They're the
Been number
only
one.
content creators I've merged for, except Pukacho, the Tumblr fucking user, the hoodie that I have. Also, yeah, all of
fucking merch.
yeah, they made Pikachu made merch, and then it got copyright struck because it was just a really shittily drawn Pikachu. But I got it before it got copyright struck, and so I have the OG, and you can't even make out the word. It's a little Pikachu, and then it has tax evasion written under it. It's very 2020 humor, but that's okay. It is so worn. It is genuinely like it's threadbare. There are holes. It started out pretty thin because it wasn't amazingly made, but I've worn that fucking thing so much. I wore it daily in all of my entire like later half of my secondary school like existence. Ash, you will know exactly what fucking hoodie I'm talking about. It's also I swear it's gray, but my friends swear it's brown. It's like a gray brown. It's in between. I would consider it gray. But it is incredibly faded, and it's so big on me. It's genuine. I love it. It's great. Oh, but anyway. So, oh yeah, the context. That's what I was explaining. Basically, my friends have a saying that's a reference from like a video where the guy goes, "What's going on? I'm scared," and I was under the impression that we all use that to actually be like confused about something, and then someone used it in response to me doing a bit, and then when I explained it, everyone was like, "Ha, fucking idiot! That's obvious a joke," and I was like, "But I swear we do that seriously sometimes." And I felt very personally victimized by it, and I frankly think everyone was too mean to me about it, and I was very sad. Also, sorry, this is completely off topic, but why I have Freddy for some reason is in my frequent friends. I don't think I've messaged him for months. It's all the usual suspects. So, also Goblin, you're my most frequent. How does that make you feel?
Yes. Fuck yes. I'm so happy about that.
You're winning. I think it's just because we
for
VC
some
a lot.
godforsaken reason.
Yeah, I'm not over that. The person I talk
Wait.
to most,
Wait,
my
so
sidekick.
I'm not your most frequent, but you're mine.
Goblin.
Goblin, I want a
I'm not
divorce.
happy about it.
It's
Goblin, we gotta
because
split up.
you absolutely adore me. That's why.
Yeah, I've got Ari there. I've got Cheese there.
know
I've got
how
Charlotte there.
cheap.
I've got Goblin there, obviously, and then I've got Freddy there. And I think Freddy's only there because we VC for D&D, and because we are in the same friend like group chats, but he never talks in them. I'm in 2 group chats where he has not said a single message for months. He's just dwelling. And I feel rude kicking him, but but I can't, so I can't. But it's
He
fine.
kind of does that. It pisses me off. How dare he?
We should
Kill him.
no, I shan't say. Also, why
Kill
the
him.
fuck does a Discord like Spotify Wrapped has done irreparable things to us as a society? I think stats are cool. Let me just don't fucking like ask to scrape my data so you can fucking like see it. I'm fine with just using an outside like website or source page if I'm that curious. I don't care that much. The only thing I do believe there should be a Wrapped for is like club cards, like the Tesco club card, because I would like to see what my most bought meal deal was. I would absolutely like to know that. That's the only
What do
thing.
you reckon it is?
Pardon?
What do you reckon your most bought meal deal is?
Prawn and mayo sandwich with apple juice and salt and vinegar crinkle cut crisps.
Huh, sounds yummy.
Yeah. And then my one, I imagine in my top board has to be the Reese's peanut butter bars because I go fucking crazy for those. Those they are
True.
unhealthy. Oh, I've been making my way through my Reese's peanut butter cup advent calendar, which my mum got for me, which I'm amazed she pays attention to what I like. She got that bang on the fucking money. It's frankly upset me that she knows I don't like that she did that because then I have to give her like points for it, and she doesn't deserve them. Ooh. But anyway. Streamers more joyful now. Streamers lighter. I've basically said everything that I want to say, but again, do watch that Purpled video because it is very good. And yeah, there will be a couple of changes made to the content, but I will be fully honest, I don't see there being much of a change in me being able to beat my executive dysfunction until I either live with somebody who I don't hate. But no, I love my dad, but he has a job, so you know he's not like, and he also doesn't tell me I did a good job for doing something really basic like cooking a meal. Unfortunately, he should, but he doesn't. Anyway, I don't really see there being much of a change in me making content, but I do want you guys to know that I probably won't quit until I'm like 25 or something. I am gonna keep streaming sort of consistently, and I just enjoy this as a way to like just vent my emotions, not even the negative ones. Just like I love talking. I talk so much. I could talk for fucking England, you know. Like I'm gonna keep doing this, but I will change a couple of things. I'll be doing more solo streams, and I will swap up the games I play. I do need more games to play, to be honest. I've just been feeling kind of I can't do anything really. Such is life. But a couple of changes will be made. But I can't see too much changing, to be honest, until winter's over, to be honest. And just until I can juggle like my friends and work and stuff and everything a bit more. But you know, I appreciate that you guys will be sticking with me throughout it all. And I do appreciate you guys being here. To people in call and also to people in chat. Shout out you guys. Smile. Oh, my throat hurts now. Yay! Hello, Ari. Wow. But anyway, that's my serious yappage done. Yeah. I don't know. I think it made sense. I don't make much sense at the best of times, but I think that made sense.
It made sense.
Yeah.
Yippee.
I think you should immediately ban English from all streams, effective immediately. I think that'll fix it.
Huh? What?
All I'm saying is we should try it.
What, just removing her?
Yeah, it could work. We won't know until we try, is what I'm saying.
Removing who?
That's so evil.
Charlotte wants you removed permanently.
Me.
Look, it's not personal. I just think that what if that fixes it?
Just me entirely, my entire presence. Maybe it would, honestly.
I don't know.
We shall see. We'll do a test run.
Test run.
I'll just like dip out of existence for I don't know how
Please
long.
don't do that. I'd be so sad. How long have we been friends
Well, I mean,
for now? We should. I should write in my calendar the day we started being friends. I'm gonna see. If
I think we're coming up on 5 years.
Yeah, we've gotta be at this point. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find where you are in my messages because if I can find our very first ever like DMs, I'm gonna search server and then go to old.
Genuinely, the fact that you're still friends with me is a testament to either your patience or my likability in spite of everything.
We've swapped genders.
We have.
Okay,
Of course, he's freedom.
it was 10 days after my birthday in 2021. That's cute.
Oh damn.
I'm gonna add that into my calendar.
Our friendship anniversary.
Oh, that's what I should call it. I was wondering what I should put it in my calendar as.
That's so beautiful.
Friend, goblin, nope, goblin anniversary.
It's still so crazy that I know all of you guys through just like Justin asking me to join a D&D campaign because I asked him if he had his commissions open once, like forever ago.
28th.
Yeah.
All day.
All
It
because I'm a
was-
moderator in an art server.
One day before.
Yeah, this is what started
Pete.
the worst part of my
Yeah.
life.
Okay, we get
You love
our oh my god, it's our 5-year anniversary in March.
Yeah.
Hello,
DJ
DJ.
wants to chill here. I don't know what here means.
What
Either
I-
in
I mean,
chat
in
or
ch-
in VC.
In chat or VC, yeah, that's because like VC probably not, just because stream's nearly over and we were talking about heavy topics earlier, but currently we're just kind of more relaxed.
Yapping.
You can relax.
Yeah.
You can chill and chat. You don't need to. You don't. That's not something you need to ask about. When did I won't be able to? My stream anniversary will be harder to find. But if I look at the, if can I see at 7? I don't. I don't. If I go to. What? What's the oldest channel here? I think it's probably. Because I can't go there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of. I'm gonna. Let's find the oldest case, because definitely like, okay, 2020. Now asking because I'm playing Soulframe with friends. Asking what? In VC or in chat? I'm still confused. Okay, we added the music bot. Okay, basically this is like a couple weeks after me and Goblin became friends. This isn't the exact day that I started streaming. I think I've been streaming for a bit. And actually, if I go to my YouTube channel, I go to oldest. My oldest video is 3 years ago, but I'd been streaming for quite a while up until I made that VOD channel. So, wait, can I go to my Twitch account and see when it was created? Account settings.
Yeah, probably.
Can you check when a Twitch account was created? Okay. You can go to Twitch Insights and then Scruffpunk. Phew, everything's just blocking you. ID created at 2021 okay, the 7th of February 2021. So I'll set that in as my stream anniversary. Because I feel like date created is because I started streaming. I made the server 2 months after that. So I think it's fair to have that be the date. Okay.
I recall some of your earliest streams actually being World of Warcraft streams that barely ran.
Yup, they were so crusty. They were.
That
Oh,
was...
hello. You can. It's a public stream. We would love to have you. You can. Yeah, you can. No, you. What? You don't need to ask. You can just be here. Also, hello, Aloe. What do you? How are you? Everyone's joining on such a serious stream. Well, it's not serious anymore, but it was. Okay, February the 7th of February. That's what it was. 2021. So I'm in a couple months. It'll be my 5-year streaming anniversary, which is very cool as well. So Goblin's been here basically since I started streaming, which is wild. Yeah,
Goblin's a day one.
You've got you sent a hello about 2 weeks or something after I made the server.
I'd also like let it be known. There was a brief period where you just stopped streaming, and I just like
Like an
hung
8-month.
out in the
Yeah,
server.
you did. You were just chilling.
Yeah,
Silly
I was
creature.
chilling, and I did not forget.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped streaming for like 8 months because I didn't have any. I don't know. I missed. It was because my laptop had broken on a Subnautica stream, and it just couldn't stream Subnautica, and I was like, well, fucking nothing's really going right, so I'm giving up this for now. And also, I originally started streaming because it was in 2021. I had a bunch of friends who started streaming, and I am now the only person of that group that still streams, which I am quite proud of. They stopped
Bros
like
got
4
commitment.
years ago though, so that's still hanging on to it though. But I got back into streaming once I had gotten my new PC, and I think that's about when I sort of started. Yeah, about 3 years ago is right. I think it's when I started uploading VODs as well. So I have, if you go to the VOD archive, that you will find a bunch of like sort of when I was streaming. Also, my fucking home screen used to be sick as fuck. It's the thumbnail for the Halloween stream I did ages ago. Oh no, it was when I was playing a horror game. I don't remember if it was a Halloween stream, but like I don't know. I drew that and I don't have that art in my files anymore because it was on an old like school iPad. But like that was a go-to drawing. I miss it. Also, DJ, thank you so much for the congratulations. I'm amazed that I've sort of stuck with it, and I haven't taken any major breaks outside of that like 8-month period. The only other times I've taken breaks was I think the longest one was probably the break for the 3 weeks I spent in France with my family. I'm probably misremembering something, but like I'm pretty sure that's the longest one outside of that 8 months. But no, I'm happy, and I've kept the friends that mattered to me. Shout out Goblin. And we've had our rough patches. You know, she's called me more slurs than I can even name. But
What?
you know, I think.
Wait? Huh?
No, I'm trying to. No, I'm just defaming her. She doesn't call me slurs normally. She just insults me.
Oh yeah, that one I insult you viciously.
Yeah. Because she's evil.
I mean, I think if I didn't insult you, it would be weirder.
Yeah. No, I agree. Oh, but no,
Exactly.
I am proud of myself. I guess I'm also sort of like, God, I haven't really made it anywhere in my streaming career, but I haven't really been making an effort to. And I feel like if I did care, I'd probably be pretty decent. And I do care, but I struggle a lot with executive dysfunction, and this is not the only thing that I want to be doing. Pavel talked about in his video about how he sort of he never went to college, you know, and so he sort of just, and the thing is he has enough money, and he said this, that he could be set for life if he lived a sort of normal life and he didn't splurge on anything crazy. He just wouldn't have to work again. And that's crazy for a 17-year. Like he's not 17 anymore, but he's like 19, I think. Like, you know, I'm gonna Google that. How old is Puppled? He's 22. My God. He's older than I thought. But, you know, it's not too late for him to get an education and stuff. He's like 4 years older than I am. Like, it's not.
Also, like, I know this is like not exactly what you mean, but it's never too late to go to college or get a degree. There's no age limit for that stuff. You can go to college like if you're 50 or 70.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and the thing is,
Imagine
there's
colleges that just don't allow old people.
there's that one quote that's like, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. I really like that quote. Even if I don't really follow it as well as I should, because sometimes I will just, if I didn't do it, I just still won't. But I don't know. I do like it. I personally do want to go to university sort of the way that I should be, just because I would like to go with friends. But like, you know, it's sort of I feel almost silly worrying about how long thing is, I started streaming basically as soon as I could. Because if my 5 years coming up, that means I started when I was like 13 or 14, which is accurate. And so, like, you know, it's sort of absurd that, and I'm very much glad I didn't peak earlier, because I can't imagine how fucking miserable that would be to just be on a decline. And like with people like Markiplier, even if their numbers go down, they are so wildly beloved, and they are doing other things. They are pursuing other artistic endeavors. Iron Lung is coming out on, I think, the 30th of January, which is fucking insane. His movie, so cool. And like with people like MatPat, even though he no longer does game theory, he's in the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. Like he's
I
got
love
a
how he
child.
goes to the fact that he's like in the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, and not the fact that he's straight up becoming a whole ass politician now.
Yeah, and he has and as I mentioned, he has a child. Like I
And
feel
he has a
like
kid, but fuck them kids.
okay.
I'd like to quickly clarify this. He's not becoming a politician. He's talking to politicians and like influencing them, lobbying. But
He's
not in any
he's
seat of power
he's basically
himself.
like supporting the YouTubers and YouTuber rights, or content creators and content creator rights, to be inclusive.
Yes. Which, again, like, not to dismiss, but like, if anything, that's more important than just having a seat. Like, he's doing great. MatPat is king.
Shout out to MatPat. We love him. But like, yeah, so obviously numbers are not everything, and success is defined in different ways. But I think with Twitch in
Tits.
particular,
Tits.
I feel like numbers are more. I feel like it is. Well, actually, I should say, as like a sort of generalist content creator, I feel like if you're not, I feel like with gaming and sort of content like that, I don't know. It's difficult to put into words, but there is certainly, like, if you hit your peak and you are just going downhill, there is not much to be done to. Yeah, you really have to put in effort and change up what you're doing if you want to sort of like maintain a sort of up and down momentum, you know? Like it yeah, I don't know. It's silly to be like, oh god, I've been doing this for 5 years and I've still not made it anywhere. Oh god, you know, woe is me. And like, I would like to do more with Twitch and streaming, but the thing is, I have never said that my goal is to be a full-time Twitch streamer. In fact, I can't think of anything worse for me, to be honest. Having a life where I just have no purpose other than to go live and then, you know, chat and make money. I don't like that idea. And I don't have a passion for video editing. I don't think I'm good at taking commissions. It's why I don't try and push them too much. I like drawing, but I cannot do it with self-imposed deadlines, and I feel bad taking money from people where I am struggling to like produce anything, you know? It's why I sort of am like pretty vague about doing like when I do art for people, it's generally out of like spite or like sudden passion, you know? Or it's a bunch of little doodles that are quite easy for me to produce. Doing fully shaded pieces is difficult for me unless I'm really like invested in that piece. And yeah, anyway, so I'm not trying to become a full-time streamer. I just muted my audio. That's stupid. But I am trying to at least have people to talk to and a small community. I like the idea of people being invested in when I'm next going to go live. So, I don't know, just because they have fun with stream. And so, sort of my ideal scenario is I have a small community of like, I don't know, 15 to 50 viewers, I think is my ideal. Because I'm not trying to make a ton of money either. It is really, I love getting my check in from Twitch, even if it is completely random when I get it, just because that small little boost is just great for like, if I'm having kind of a rough time, it's just nice to suddenly just randomly get money. It's never a lot, it's always under £50, but it is, I mean, aside from the very rare occasions where I get somebody gifting like a whole bunch of subs or like a bunch of bits. But those are rare, obviously. And so I don't do this for money. I don't need to as well. I'm not trying to earn a living or whatever. I live with my parents for God's sakes. And I have a job as well. So like, I think I'm gonna live life relatively normally. And the thing is, I think I like the idea of being famous because I think a lot of people do. Um, and I like the idea of people writing fanfic about me or like making like their own merch or whatever just for me, just because they want to show that they think I'm cool. I like the smaller, fun parts of fandom. And so I think I'd be happy with not being properly famous, and I'm good with just being. I know the thing is, I like the idea of being interviewed purely because I just like talking about myself, and I do that on stream anyway. So, but anyway, that's just a little like life update thing, and like, and streaming and stuff. Thumbs up. Oh, my throat really hurts.
I think I'm gonna go.
Pardon?
I think I'm gonna go now.
That's fair. It's 10:40 p.m.
Hi, Charlotte.
See you, Charlotte.
Bye,
Bye, Charlotte.
We can
Love you.
message later or something.
Yes.
Yeah, bit of yappage. Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
She's
see
so
you.
cool.
Wow,
I
you
fucking
think
hate
so?
that lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking loser. I think I probably will end stream pretty soon, unless either of you have something that you want to say or like a point to make.
I mean, nothing like on topic to what's been said, but like still like some stuff I wanted to talk to you about,
I mean, what kind of? I mean, I can end stream. We can talk about it off stream if you want, or I can keep streaming and you can yap about it here.
I do
We
not
should do
mind
some
either way.
downtime.
What? I was just thinking like you wanted
Downtime.
to. Cheese?
You asked what? I answered.
Either way, you were just talking about like asset development in games, which like I just wanted to talk to you about because I do game dev and I wanted to work on a project with you because I think that'd be fun as fuck,
That would be very cool. I again, I am wary to make promises to people about whether or not I will complete art for them, especially if it's hard art. I have a
Yeah.
commission for Pixel art that I still haven't finished because
Oh,
Pixel art is such
gosh.
a miserable, grueling fucking thing for me. If it is not something that I'm like excited to do. It's not miserable or it's difficult for me to do, and that means I do it so much less because it's not easy for me to get into and like dip into. Because with sketches and doodles and little small, slightly shaded pieces of like just a headshot, those are easy. Because I can just doodle and I sort of enjoy. I think I enjoy every part of the process. I enjoy some parts more, obviously, but all of them have their appeal and all of them are fun to a degree. I think I enjoy coloring skin the most. It's just fun. There's more variation. But yeah,
No.
Hmm?
How? What sort of devil magic do you possess that you enjoy skin? I don't get it.
Well, you
So
just do a
hard.
little. I like picking the color. You have your skin tone, and then you make it more red, and then you darken it and you desaturate it a tiny bit, and then you just scribble on some cheeks and a little on the nose. And if they have other skin exposed, then they're like shoulders, elbows, they're like tips of their fingers and stuff. You know, ass cheeks if you're so inclined. And then you just like blend that shit, and then you get to add eye bags, which is on a separate layer, which is fucking awesome. I love doing that. That's my favorite part. And then sometimes you get to add freckles, which is also goated and really fun to do. And then your skin looks really polished and good, and it doesn't even take that much effort for me. And so I like it because you can do not much, and it'll look really good.
I understand what you're laying down, and I'm going to use that for later.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I give good advice. I'm great. I'm awesome.
Right.
He's amazing, and I am like Mr. Artist, dog.
You
I do
are
all the
Mr.
art.
Art. You're like
Yeah.
Mr. Lactation, but for art.
Oh God, I need to post my art on Instagram more. I just sort of I forget about Instagram for months, and then I will just post a shit ton all at once. Hee. And I don't know. I have really old art there. I have art there from 2020. Back when I have art from when I used to play World of Warcraft.
Oh God.
Very peculiar looking, frankly. But no, I've kept up the art there that I think accurately I've kept the art there that I was proud of when I made it. I would not be proud of making it now, but that is just because my art style has changed. There's not much wrong. Like, there are some pieces there that I'm still proud of, and that I'm still like, you know what, fucking good job, man. That was hard, and I'm proud of myself back then, even if it looks kind of stupid now, you know? Well, my art style has not. It doesn't feel like my art style's changed a lot over the past few years, but it has gotten a lot more polished, which I enjoy. I think I've settled into a style that I quite like. And it's in a style that's easy for me. And also, I feel like it's quite a unique style. Even though I feel like it shouldn't be, because I feel like I've just taken a bunch of generic aspects from artists that I like, and I've just kind of smushed them together. But I guess other people don't drum it like me. But that's cool, and that makes sense. That's how your style's meant to work. One thing I do hate seeing is people who are really talented and cool. But I feel like everyone hates that, so I'm not gonna rap. I'm not gonna yap about it much. Oh, my throat hurts so bad.
From
Just
sucking
gonna
all
go
that
for
dick.
yapping.
Oh no, from yapping.
Yeah, unfortunately I've not been sucking any dick at
Damn,
all.
nuts.
0%. I've not been getting anything. I'm currently an incel. I'm
Perfect. I don't
involuntarily celibate.
think that's how that works entirely, but okay.
It's how it works literally.
I suppose so.
Get fucked. Technically. Hee. Oh. Also, there's been a bunch of Eurovision drama going on because I think they're keeping Israel in the competition this year, and everyone's like, Israel's not even in fucking Europe. Why are you dying on this hill? And so a ton of countries have just been like withdrawing, which is really funny. And also, they make shit music anyway. So like, you can't even have that as an argument. I mean, obviously, there are obviously more important and worse arguments, like more important arguments, but like that, anyway. I'm digging myself a hole.
No, I feel like that's the most important argument when it comes to a music competition. It's music, and there sucks.
It's specifically a European nation music competition, and they're dying on this hill over a non-European nation that makes bad music. And like, hey, the UK also is technically non-European and makes shitty music. But listen, at least we were in Europe for a long ass time. And also, frankly, a lot of people want to remain in Europe and are quite annoyed that we're not anymore. Let us back in,
What do you mean?
please.
Wait, does not being a part of the UN not make you a part of Europe anymore?
No,
like I thought
we're
that's just like the
Brexit.
continent. So you're just
No, we
not
left
on
Europe.
the continent anymore because of Brexit? That's what
No,
that
you're-
works?
No, we're not. No, we're part of the
What?
continent, but like the European Union, the EU.
Well, yeah, but you're still Europeans.
We are, but that's like saying that someone's in a running club just because they run nearby. If they don't want to be in the running club, they will say they're leaving and they don't want to be in it, and then you will stop getting notified for events and stuff. That's how the thing works.
But
But Europe has been a fucking continent longer than there's been a European Union.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
Don't ask
like-
me to explain it. It's not my fault. Politicians and half our fucking country sucks and is
Okay,
idiots.
Cheese, I don't know how to explain this. Essentially,